Hello and welcome to Scale to Seven Figures and our $1 Million Fireside Chat. I am Lisa Anderson, Strategic Business Advisor, Virtual CFO with Anavo Transformation Solutions and your $1 Million mentor. And I am excited you are joining me. Scale to Seven Figures is an interactive group of small business owners in the business to corporate, and business to government markets who are ready to scale their businesses to the next level. Our group is an opportunity to share, learn, and grow together without competition. Each week, I bring tips, tactics, and strategies through our $1 Million Masterclasses and our $1 Million Fireside Chats. If you are not familiar with us, head on over to www.scaletosevenfigures.com and check us out. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy our next powerful conversation. Well, hello, and happy Wednesday. Welcome back. I am Lisa Anderson, Strategic Business Advisor and Virtual CFO with Anavo Transformation Solutions and your $1 Million mentor. And happy Black History Month. I want to give a shout out to all of the Black-owned businesses and those who support Black-owned businesses in my community. I commend each and every one of you for getting in the game of business. As a Black and woman-owned business, I understand all too well the pressures, the challenges, and the struggles of scaling a business. In fact, when we look at the statistics as reported by the Census Bureau, when it comes to small Black-owned businesses, there are 0.04% of all small businesses are Black-owned. 35% of Black-owned businesses are owned by Black women. Less than 1% of all Black-owned businesses earn $1 million or more in revenue. 44% of Black-owned business owners deplete their savings in order to manage and grow or even to start their businesses. And then 20% of Black-owned businesses close their doors after the first year. Now, don't get me wrong, I am not sharing this information to discourage you. Instead, I am sharing this information to show you that there is a lot of growth and opportunity available in the Black-owned business community. There's a lot of growth opportunity there. And in fact, when we take a look at a recent essay that was done by the Brookings Institute, they share that in order to grow and expand an economy, you must invest in Black-owned businesses. So please continue to serve and support Black-owned businesses, because when we do, we all have the opportunity to prosper. So in case you didn't know, I wanted to share that I am celebrating 25 years in business. Yes, 25 years in business. I cannot believe that 25 years, over 2 decades has passed by since I started business in 1997. But let me tell you, it has been a great ride. I have enjoyed it. It's like, I like to liken it to being a parent, becoming a parent. Raising a child, becoming a parent is not the easiest job, but it is the one job that you would not trade for the world. And that's the same thing with owning a business. It has not been easy. It has been far from easy. But what I will tell you is it has been completely exhilarating and fulfilling. So today I want to share with you one of the key lessons that I've learned in my 25 years in business. And that lesson is this. So listen up. That lesson is this. You must, if you're going to continue to grow and scale your business, you must create winning habits. You must create winning habits. So I have a couple of questions for you. And I want you to think about this. And I want you to be honest and true with yourself. In fact, when I ask these questions, you may be able to say very quickly that this is the case, because maybe these are true for you right now. But here are the questions, and I have 3. The first question is, excuse me, when you started your business, did you have moments where things just seemed impossible? Did you have moments where things just seemed impossible? That's the first question. Or did you find yourself firing yourself on a weekly basis and find yourself looking through the want ads? Excuse me. Excuse me, because you're ready to find another job. This thing is just too hard to keep pushing forward. So you've been firing yourself and looking for other opportunities. Or have you found yourself sitting in your car for 30 minutes or more after you have arrived at your location, your business location, because you don't have the momentum or the energy or the desire to go in and face whatever that day has to face, has available or ready for you? Have you ever had those experiences? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've had all three of them. I have experienced all three of them. And quite frankly, I still have moments where I fire myself on a monthly basis. And I want you to know that that is okay. But here's the reality of scaling and operating a successful business. The pressure is on. It is always on from day one to day end. The pressure is on. When you first started your business, you started your business because you wanted to be the boss. You wanted to be head honcho. You wanted to be the end all and the be all, and you've got it. But every day in business is going to be a challenge. And it's that way because business is a tool that is designed to stretch you. It is designed to help you experience new things, to learn and grow, to cover ground that no one else has ever covered before. That is what business is designed to do. And quite frankly, it's not supposed to be easy. If building a business were easy, then everybody would be doing it. But when you look at the vast majority of people here on the planet Earth, the vast majority don't own nor operate a business. And so you want to make certain that if you are looking to be successful in business, you want to make certain that you are creating momentum, that you have the energy to continue to move forward, that you have the juice that is necessary to advance to the next level. You want to make certain that you have those things in place. But here's the thing, having that on a consistent basis is difficult when you're operating in a difficult environment. So you have to do certain things to ensure that you have the support in place that will help you to stay the course. And so that's where I like to say that you can fire yourself as many times as you want to in business. But at the end of the day, you cannot quit. You absolutely cannot quit. So Michael Jordan says, if you quit once, quitting becomes a habit. So you must never, ever quit. So here's some things that I want you to think about as it relates to creating winning habits so that you will never quit. And there are 5 of them. And these are the 5 things that I have done over the years and I continue to do in my business to make certain that I continue to maintain the momentum, the stamina, the energy, the interest, all those things so that I can continue to move forward with my business. And these things work every single time. So here are my 5 winning habits that I recommend that you create. So winning habit number 1 is to connect frequently with an advisor. You want to connect frequently with an advisor, especially when things get heavy. That is a time when you want to pick up the phone and you want to have a conversation, a heart to heart, and sometimes a black coffee conversation with your advisor. I've had advisors from the day that I've started business, from day one. And my very first advisor, I'm excited to share. I'm going to give her a shout out. She may be watching and she has no idea I'm going to do this. But my very first advisor was Alita Wilson. She was one of my employers I worked for prior to starting my business. And we stayed in contact with one another over the years. And when I started my business, she was the one that was available to me. She was my advisor. She was my mentor. She was my encourager. She was there to help me answer every question that I had about business, to give me the momentum that I needed to move forward, to help me understand that I'm not doing things incorrectly, to keep moving, to give me advice on how to make my next move. She was the one. And then over the course of the years, I've had many others, and they have all helped me advance to the next level, to help me stay on my game. I have mentors today, advisors today that I work with, that help me continue to move forward, because business is going to transform. It's just going to change. That's just the reality. And you have no idea what is in store for you, what is lurking around the corner, but the advisors are there to help you. So that's winning habit number one, is to connect with a business advisor and connect with them frequently. Winning habit number two is to get into community with other growth-minded business buddies. You can't get in community with everybody. They must be moving in the same direction as you. They may not be taking the same path as you, but they're moving in the same direction as you. And the same direction as you means that they are moving in a growth position. They're moving in a growth direction. And so you want to make certain that you have a community of other business buddies that you can tap into. Communication, connection, and collaboration, those are key and critical. When you are in community with others and you have a conversation with them about the things that are happening in business, good, bad, and indifferent, you will find that you're not the only one, that others are experiencing those things as well. And together you can come up with a plan of how of a good way to move forward in your endeavors. And so you want to make certain that you get into a community of other growth-minded business buddies. So that's winning habit number two. Winning habit number three is to get comfortable with the changing seasons in business. Business is not a straight line. It is not a straight path. It is has hills and valleys. It has turns and curves. Business is something that is going to change with seasons, and its seasons will happen daily. The seasons will happen monthly. They'll happen yearly. And quite frankly, we are experiencing a season right now with the pandemic. You have to get comfortable with the seasons and understand that it is just a change. It is transformation. I read a really good book many, many years ago, and that is Who Moved My Cheese? And that is a book that is all about leaning into the seasonal changes. And so I recommend that you read that book, but most importantly, I recommend that you get comfortable, understand what the change means, understand where you fit into the change, understand how you need to pivot, and get ready to move. Get ready to move. Don't stand still. You have to get comfortable with the seasonal changes. So creating the winning habit number four. Winning habit number four is to be disciplined with your calendar. Be disciplined with your calendar, because if you don't control your calendar, then everything else will control you. And I mean it. So if you know me, then you know that my calendar is something that I live and I die by. I don't play around with it. If it exists on my calendar, I am showing up for it. I'm on time. I'm hitting my goals. All those things are happening. If it's not on my calendar, I'm missing it. I'm failing at it. I'm just completely out of it. And so I do live and die by my calendar. Everything that's important to me personally, everything that's important to my business, everything that's important to my clients, everything that's important to my family and my friends goes on the calendar. It's all on my calendar. In fact, if you want to meet with me, if you want to talk to me, I always ask, can you please schedule time on my calendar? Because if you don't, I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss your phone call. I'm going to fail to call you back. I like to say that my 55 kicks in every so often because I forget. But if it's on my calendar, I won't. So you got to get into a winning habit of tapping into and disciplining yourself around your calendar so that you can guide your ship instead of everything else, the environment guiding you. That's winning habit number four. Winning habit number 5 is to remain tapped into your most important drivers. These are your passions. This is what you're extremely passionate about. This is your heart's desire. This is the reason why you're in the game, why you stay in the game. These are your motivators. This is what you want to achieve in the long haul. It's not just about today. It's about 10 years from now. Who will I be in 10 years? Who will I be in 10 years because I'm doing things today? And that is a driver that is going to continue to give you the momentum to move forward. Those are the things that help you get up out of the car and walk inside your building and tackle the things that you need to tackle for the day. It's those things that are going to give you the momentum to press forward in situations that seem impossible. It's those drivers that are going to give you the opportunity to tap into the resources that you need to keep moving. And so you want to make certain that you are tapping into these winning habits on a regular and consistent basis. It does not matter what my next transformation is in business, but what next level is going to be for me. If I am heavily engaged or involved, or I'm extremely overwhelmed and things just feel out of sorts and I feel overwhelmed, I tap right back into these winning habits and they get me right back on track. Generally, when I tap into my winning habits, I'm looking to see where I am falling short. There's usually going to be 1, 2, or 3 things that I'm not doing consistently. And if I get right back on track, I am moving with energy, with momentum towards my goal and objectives. So let's get back on track. Let's tap into those 5 habits that are necessary in order for us to continue to move forward. So again, I'm going to share with you the 5 winning habits. So anytime you feel heavy, overwhelmed, you feel lackluster about business, you want to tap into these 5 habits. Number 1 is to connect frequently with an advisor. Number 2 is to get into community with growth-focused business owners. Number 3 is to get comfortable with the seasonal changes that are going to happen in business. Number 4 is to discipline yourself around your calendar. And then number 5 is to tap into the most important drivers of your life, your passion. So let me know if these things are important to you, if they resonate with you, I should say. And if you want to change your outlook, then you step into these most important drivers, these most important habit changers, and you want to they will help you change the game. They will help you change the game. So I'd like to offer to you, if you're looking for a business advisor, if you're looking for a community of business buddies, I'd like to invite you to participate in our next strategic business retreat, where we get together round table with other business owners, and we talk about scaling, we collaborate on scaling to the next level. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, and you want to have the opportunity to really lean into these 5 winning habits, then I definitely recommend that you participate in our strategic business retreat. So if you want to learn more about that and you want to register to participate, go to www.pulseprofitmethod.com. That's www.pulse, P-U-L-S-E, profit, P-R-O-F-I-T, method, METHOD.com, and register. The event is happening on Friday, February 25th, and I would love, love, love to see you there. So I want to thank you for joining me this week. I thank you for listening in, for tuning in. And I will be back again next week to go over lesson number 2 that I've learned in my 25 years in business. I will be here next Wednesday at 5 p.m. And I just want to say in closing, I am Lisa Anderson, Strategic Business Advisor and Virtual CFO with Anavo Transformation Solutions, your $1 Million mentor. And I look forward to seeing you again here next week. Thank you for listening in, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.